Welcome to Gearsmaster, where there's quite literally loads of people in Atlantis today. Is it A, a Stalkers of Dominic Diamond convention, B, a Stalkers of Gabby Roslin convention who've taken the wrong turn off the M25, or C, a lot of people wearing the same t-shirt for some kind of Gearsmaster event type situation? If you're very thick and don't know the answer to that one, we'll reveal it after today's news. We call quite simply tetsujin. Now, obviously, there's no way we could possibly fit 100 Virtua Fighter challenges into the show, so this challenge has been going on for hours. Obviously, I'm far too important to have to come in early enough to do it. Dave Perry isn't, and he unselfishly agreed to come in since dawn. Dave, what's been happening?
Well, Dominic, it's been a spectacular day so far. It all started early this morning when Tetsujin arrived.
Challenger number 85, if you'd like to return it to the machine. And I'll go up to the comedy box. Okay, so off we go for contestant number 85.
Ready, go!
So if we look at the screen again, he's coming in very, very fast. Would you say, Dave, one of the reasons he does so well is he doesn't give his opponent time to do anything else?
No, his reflexes, the Tetsujin's reflexes seem to be very, very swift. He also favours his cage character. He hasn't changed from him all day, so he knows the character extremely well, whereas our opponents maybe don't know their characters quite so well.
Fantastic there, really, that was superb. Fantastic kind of double somersault mid-throw, leaves his opponent quite literally flopped on the deck.
Ready, go!
Is there anything, I mean, is he using the full range of Cage's move here? Does he know the character so well?
Yeah, he does. He's using them. What he's doing, he's using a move called retraction, whereas he's coming in with a move and then he blocks it to stop himself from doing it, which is fooling his opponents and allowing him to counter-attack whilst they're off guard. And he's using that an awful lot. He also seems to be very good at these aerial throws, as you saw just now when he sealed his excellent.
He's taken a bit of a pounding in this particular bout, though, Dave. Why is that? Tiredness, or...?
I think maybe he's just got a little bit cocky. I think maybe it's been so easy for him up to now that Lion and our challenger are catching him off guard. He's only got to take one small energy bar.
Oh, and that's it. He was lulling his opponent into a false sense of security almost there. That's win number 85 under the Tetsujin's belt while we wheel in number 86. Let's take a look at today's reviews. Fox Hunt is a game about posh people shooting undefended woodland creatures. No, it's not, but we'll probably still get complaints now.
This plays a lot like D did on the Saturn and PlayStation, with the directions moving from one sequence of film to another piece, with the X button being used to activate items on screen. Occasionally there are other characters in the game which you sometimes get to fight, which is quite a bit more exciting. But overall, the game's just not funny and it's just not good.
Later on in the game, you actually do get to skydive, ski, dodge bullets, dodge Russians. It's your typical secret agent affair. It pretends to be fun.
Okay, we interrupt those reviews there, not because we thought they were particularly appalling, but because the Tetsujin might be in trouble with his 89th challenger, Omar. Omar has nearly shoved the Tetsujin off the roof, which would have given him a ring out and he would have won that there. Dave, is he getting cocky again now?
I think he's got a bit cocky. He's got his energy bar knocked as low as we've seen it in this challenge, and the fight is being taken very, very near to the edge. They're both teetering on the edge of this roof.
Omar's nearly off the edge of the roof. He's got to be careful.
He's reversing it. He's reversing it. He's got around the other side of the
Oh,
Tetsujin. He's gone.
no, he tried to get up. He rolled off the roof. He's lost one. That last Tetsujin has lost the first fight. Brilliant play by Omar. Could we be seeing the Tetsujin finally defeated on a best-of-3 fight? Okay, let's look at the second one there. The Tetsujin's going to be miffed now, Dave.
Yeah, he is. He's going to come back with a vengeance, I think. He's going to really come looking for revenge. Look at the energy on Pi already, the top right-hand corner. It's well low.
He's coming back fighting, but so is Omar. Omar has Pi, which is in the very lovely kind of yellow cut-off jumpsuit. Nice, I think it's very fashionable among young ladies nowadays. But both the energy bars are low, but here comes the Tetsujin again, Dave.
Yes, he's going to take one big throw. There it is.
That's
all
it.
even.
Over the shoulder and a little kick in some place to finish it off. And it's one bout each, but there is still a chance then that Omar might cause the first upset of the day. Here we come for the third and final bout with the Tetsujin start up again with another one of those throws. Is the best...
Oh, that's beautiful.
Is the best hope to hope for another ring out again then for Pi?
It probably is the way it's going because he looks really miffed now, the Tetsujin. He's not giving anything away. That's clean.
Absolutely devastating. The lesson is you don't mess with the Tetsujin, but Omar did the best anyone has today. So let's go and have a word with the cheeky little monkey. Okay, right. Omar, You managed to hike him off the roof in that bout, but then it started to go a bit downhill after then. What happened?
Well, I don't know. He just caught me by surprise because I got some moves, you know. I lost.
Right. And you know, we quite literally stopped our reviews because we thought you were going to win.
I know.
And you didn't.
And?
How do you feel?
Not in the slightest bit.
You don't, you're diffident.
Yeah.
Have you been taught that word at school?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, well, thank you, Omar. The future of the country lies in the hands of men like him. Okay, then, he's on the number 89 then, so it looks as if during this commercial break, there's a very good chance he will beat gearsmaster's target of 90. However, our final 10 are extremely hard competitors indeed. We're going to see if he can get to the full 100. If that wasn't enough, after years of begging me, we finally allowed Coronation Street's Tracy Shaw to come on the show. All of that coming up in part 2. See you in a moment. Welcome back to gearsmaster. What can I tell you about the tetsujin? Well, he's a bloke from Japan. We've flown him over. He is rock hard at games, and he's got a nice line in jackets as well. We left him as he was beating contestant number 89 today. During the break, he's beaten numbers 90, 91 and 92. Now, gearsmaster's original challenge was to beat 90. Nobody has caused him any problems. He's only lost one single bout. The question is, can he actually go all the way and do the big 100? We have got contestant number 93 up just now, and he's just got another KO, Dave. He is looking still fantastic in spite of being playing all day.
Well, that's right. He's not, since that one round he lost, he's not lost another one since. He's been perfect all the way through.
That's incredible, because these last 10 we've got are some of the hardest arcade players we can find in Britain, and he's going through them like sliced bread, as Derek Lynch would say.
That's right, he's going through them like a hot knife through butter, and that's another KO.
That's it, it's over!
Completed.
These are supposed to be the hardest people this country has to offer, and the tetsujin is still just romping through them. Well, technically, I haven't shaken hands or even kissed. Well enough, we still have the rest of our tetsujin event to catch up upon. Mr. Dave Perry, how's it going?
Well, it's all very exciting. The tetsujin has just beaten his 99th opponent, but we thought we'd pause here for dramatic effect because it's not going all his own way now. He's lost a couple of rounds. Sneakily, we saved some of our best fighters for last. And I'm going to take a look at some highlights now to look at the rounds we managed to nick off the champion. Okay, this is round 95, and this is only the second round he's lost in the whole day. As you can see, both energy bars at the top of the screen are very, very low. But the tetsujin looks in control, but here comes Lau, fighting back. His energy bar way down. He catches the tetsujin with a roundhouse kick, knocks him out. Only the second round he'd lost of the day. And this is strange behaviour from the tetsujin. We don't know whether he was tiring at this point or just toying with his opponents, because in fight 96, he seemed to be in control. He stormed into an early lead against Sarah Bryant, and then just as he looked to be dominating, she came back with a flurry of punches and a roundhouse kick that sent him to sleep. Beautiful KO. And that was the third round our fighters had taken off him today. Well, after losing those 2 rounds, the tetsujin wasn't prepared to lose any more. Once again, in round 98, he was having trouble with Sarah Bryant as she piled into him. But by now, he was warming to the task of possibly beating 100 of our contestants, and he immediately came back with some beautiful moves. Look at that aerial throw. Sarah goes crashing to the sand. It's only going to take one kick now to finish her off. Brave fighting from Sarah Bryant, though, and our contestants. She comes in, but no, the tetsujin, clinical. One soft kick, and there you go, 98.
No.
Well, our tetsujin may have lost 3 rounds, but remember, he beat 99 opponents in a row. That's a total of 201 rounds he's fought. He had an unbroken run initially of 176 rounds, and he's decimated all his opponents in an average time of 43 seconds per fight. He really is a man of iron.